Tori's D and Twilight Bay. Tori's D's going better. Tori's D beat off Twilight Bay. Late Mr. Satellite, but Tori's D too speedy.
Yeah, great result, little Tori's D here, winning through the week. You can have a look at him. He's like a little stable pony. He's little. He's sort of a little bit of a dumpy sort of looking horse, but he's very, very fast. All his trials have been quick. His jump outs here at the farm and his gallops have all been good, and just good to see him take it to the races. Very professional. Jumped out, put himself outside the leader, and give a strong kick. Don't know where he'll get to as far as level of racing, but he certainly, horses that win sort of dominantly like that first start in a race, they tend to sort of win plenty of races. So, and his pattern of racing's great. He just sort of bounces and puts himself in the first couple. So those horses tend to really cope with the rise up in grade. So well done to all involved. Well done to Robin Bowles. Robin's business is Associated Cold Tread Tyres with his son David, and they also are major sponsors of the Pink Angels Race Days, which is a thing that Janet and myself are fairly heavily involved in. So well done, and I hope there's a few more wins involved. Super Sox is going to have her first start at Bendigo on Sunday. Really nice horse. She's just a real weak sort of horse as far as she's just long and skinny and looks like a 1.5 mile horse, but she's actually a bit of a speed horse. In all her trials, she's jumped and showed really good speed and showed us a heap of potential. Gallops up really strong here at home, so she has her first run. Looks like it'll be a really strong race, but she's drawn beautifully. T.A. Nugent goes on. She'll bounce and sit in the first 3 or 4 and give a good sight. Very, very fit horse and very healthy horse. So that's Super Sox having her first start at Bendigo on Sunday. HALOBEL here goes, I've got her in at Bendigo. She's a fair way down the order. I think she'll probably end up being an emergency or something, but I need to get her to the races. I want to try and target her as a really nice race at Swan Hill for her next weekend. So ideal, a weekend after. Ideally, we can go to Bendigo this week and give her a nice solid gallop at Bendigo, then go up to Swan Hill the following week and be really hard to beat. So I'm not sure if she'll even get a run. If she doesn't, I might have to just give her a little jump out here at home. We're going a little bit of time between runs. Her first 2 runs this prep have been right around about the mark. She wasn't beaten far in either of them, and I just need to get a nice sort of solid gallop into her before we go to Swan Hill. So she's won up there before, so I think it's a really nice race. So that's HALOBEL potentially at Bendigo on Sunday. Got Lucamore in at, they've actually transferred Warrnambool to Coleraine. Don't know if he'll get a run. He's a fair way down in the order, but he needs to get back to the races. He's in really good nick. His condition's beautiful, and his work's really good. So, yeah, a bit of a lottery whether he'll get a run or not. But if he does, he'll go really well in a benchmark 64, or it's actually it's a 0 to 64 at Coleraine on Tuesday. I've got Meninga in. I'm probably going to run her at Geelong. I've got 2 races, even the 1300 or a 1500 at Geelong. So that she'll run on Wednesday at Geelong. She's been running in really strong mares grade in town. I'm just going to drop her back a grade and just run her back into a 64 where she'll be pretty hard to beat, I would think. So that's Meninga next Wednesday at Geelong.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is our Roca, our Josephine. You actually saw her on the video last week doing some barrier education, but I'll go into a little bit more depth about her today. She's a 2 rising 3-year-old, so she'll be 3 in a couple of days. We actually trained the half-sister Dwelt. She won a race and she's gone off to be a mum now. Johnny Get Angry family, so yeah, really well bred filly. She's quite temperamental, sort of doesn't take much to upset her, but yeah, as far as the type and ability goes, I think she's certainly got plenty of that. She's just got to hold her temperament together. But she's going really well. She'll probably have a jump out the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully get to the trials, and then that'll probably pull her up, and then go out for a break, have a think about that, and then come back into work, and then hopefully get to the races in her next prep. But yeah, I think just the temperament, if she can get on top of that, and that might just come with time and a bit of maturity next prep, once she has to think about this prep. But yeah, if her temperament cleans up, she'll be a really nice horse for the stable.
Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you guys an update about how I'm going after my fall at sale on Sunday. So luckily nothing serious has been done. I've just unfortunately sprained my knee and had a little bit of ligament damage. So hopefully only a couple weeks off. Come out of it very lucky, especially with the way I fell. And I really want to thank everyone for all their support and all their messages It's been really lovely to hear from everyone, and yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that yeah, I'm okay. I'm recovering quite nicely, so hopefully only a couple of weeks off and I'll be back at it again. But yeah, thanks again for all the messages, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Good result with Tori's D through the week. Been a horse that we've sort of had going pretty good for a while, and taking him up the bush to win first up was a good result. A couple of other horses raced really well. I thought BLOWIN was very good through the week. You know, running a maiden in a benchmark 70 is a little bit sort of abnormal, but I thought he was up to it, and probably proved to be correct there. So he's an interesting horse. He probably falls into that real bracket of those new races that RVL have put on, where they're for country trained horses that if you haven't trained more than 5 Metropolitan winners for the last 12 months. So we fall right into that bracket. And so a horse like him, during the middle of the spring, we could sort of set him for a real serious prize money race, knowing that we don't have to race against the top trainers in Australia and all the $1 million horses. We don't have to take them on. So yeah, really interesting there. So we have to sit back and plan our, where we head to it with him now. Not really sure. Probably even Big Zippity Zoo Star is probably ready to win. There's probably about 5 or 6 horses that I think in the next month we can sort of have a real good crack at. So exciting times coming into the spring. Until next week, see you later. Really looking forward to the up-and-coming stable season for the stable next year. Couple of really, yeah. No, you're making me say bloopers now. You're shaking your head, making me sound like bloopers. That wasn't even a blooper. Okay, runners this week. You want to move, mate, because you're about to get run over.